Well, here's a story that happened to me back around I say 1988 when I was driving backwards and forwards to night school. Because I was had to drop out of high school. To help take care of my mom who had Lou Gehrig's disease, and so I left high school, went to 10th grade with almost straight A's, and was going into 11th with extra credits and everything. But life turns a weird way, and I was told, I was the one of five kids that had to be the one that um, had to drop out of high school and go to night school. But so long story short, I'm going up there to the college. I'm coming home every night. And the way I would drive, I would stay off of one road because I just started driving, so I didn't want to, I wanted to take routes I knew, especially because this night it was raining. And so, I'm driving down the road, and this lady is walking down the road and asked me for a ride. And so I stopped and picked her up, and offered my coat because she was soaking wet. She was upset, and so I offered her a ride. You know, but she was mad at her husband, been in a big fight with her husband, so she wanted me to drive around, and then she wanted to drive around and find a motel room and have sex. And I told her, I said, even at 18, that would have been a good thing, but I didn't want to. I just, I talked to her a little while, and I talked to her for a little while, and then I asked her where her home was and told her, she needed to save that marriage if he was good to her. And I don't know what the fight was over. I never asked, but it's like this. It was a rainy night when she came into sight, standing by the road, half naked with no clothes, and so I offered her a ride. She accepted with a smile. We kept on driving. She wanted to go to the motel. So, if anybody knows anything about that Heart song, All I Want to Do Is Make Love to You, it sounds an awful lot like that thing does, don't it? And I'm not going to 100% say that it was, but good day. I mean, it's almost the identical thing that happened that night. And why else would I why else would I it happened to me, and there's a song about it. I mean, how cool is that? But again, it shows me all the way back then more caring about the person than a cheap ride in the hay. It was it it really it really was crazy to think about, when especially when you hear that song and know that story could have been about me. And you know still, if it is, that's awesome. And but it didn't happen the way the song says. But if you're gonna make a song really really good, you gotta let it play out. So maybe I did take her to the motel and got her pregnant or whatever. That could have been that's what the song was, but it didn't happen that way.